So this cute little piglet shirt just sold. I want to say I got it at a yard sale for like 50 cents, $1, with a whole bunch of shirts. Size small. This is a Y2K Walt Disney tag. So this isn't single stitch, but it is vintage. Cool piece. Didn't sell for much, $13, free shipping. This Aaron Tippin t-shirt sold for a little bit more than I thought it would sell for. I thought it would go for like 15. I listed it for 20, hopeful, and it went. And so I paid like $3 for it a couple of days ago, and it sold for $20 plus shipping in a week, less maybe. This t-shirt is pretty special. It is the it's Magic Johnson brand. It's what they call all over print, or AOP. It's single stitch, and Charlotte Hornets, like as much as the Chicago Bulls typify the 90s basketball, Charlotte was like the buzz team and really typify 90s basketball also. And so when I was looking at comps, I could only find things in the $175 range because I was looking at Charlotte Hornets specifically. And this didn't get any attention at $189. I paid $5 for it. It didn't get any attention at $189 for like a week. And so when I was in Markdown Manager, I went ahead and marked it down with my stuff I was marking down, 25%. To 136 or whatever that came out to be, and it got a couple of watchers. So then I sent out an offer at 120 and got a counter at 100. And it was at that point that I decided to reevaluate comps, because I'm like, I want to take $100 for this, but I don't feel like I need to sell a shirt that's worth $200 for $100. And so I was looking at this Magic Johnson brand and going back and forth around circles and trying to, like, well, what if it was not Charlotte Hornets? And then they're 85 to 120, and $100 feels a lot more like. And there were no solds for this exact shirt. The only listed comp was like 200, and there were some Charlotte sold comps in the 125 range, but they weren't quite this cool. But I paid $5. Somebody offered me 100. I feel like I'd be a fool not to take it, so I took it. Because we gotta get over the idea that, like, I deserve to get $150 for this thing. And you guys know I beat this horse all the time. Like, I heard somebody posted on a Facebook group. If you guys are part of Lonnie and Candace's Facebook group, then you might have seen, so people post from time to time like, you have to stop taking lowball offers, and you know your value. You need to know your worth. My worth is not wrapped up in the value of this thing. This is a shirt that someone was going to someone was getting rid of. This was someone's trash that they put in a yard sale instead of donating to Goodwill or throwing away. So the idea that knowing your worth is the same as refusing to take less than full astronomical value for an item is silly to me. And so I won't get into that anymore. This video is going to be hugely long already. But my worth is flipping things quickly and getting money to live the life that I want to live instead of holding on to things for full price, because I'm worth more. My time is worth more than to sell this to somebody cheap. Get over yourself. This sold for $21 to somebody in Hawaii, and it sold for free shipping. Yay. That's the problem with doing free shipping, and it's happened twice, 2 or 3 times this week, where I've had something free shipping that the person buying it's in Hawaii, and it's going to cost me way more than I intended. I paid $6 for this. It sold for $21. It was half of the stuff, so maybe I'm in $3 into this. I have the other stuff listed for like $35, so I'll make money when this one will definitely put me at even shipping it to Hawaii. But It's just aggravating when people in Hawaii tend to only buy things from me that are free shipping and would be expensive to ship. And so it feels a little bit like taking advantage, but it's part of the gamble when you put stuff out there for free shipping. It just is. I ship stuff to Alaska, I ship stuff to Hawaii for free, Puerto Rico from time to time. And it's kind of got to think of it as you're listing, like, this could ship to Hawaii and I would have to pay for it, but it's worth the gamble, but sometimes it's aggravating. Sorry if you can't see these. I legit couldn't find them in an orange tote with some camo shirts. Took me a minute, and then it was funny. Paid $1.99 a piece for these at Goodwill. Sold for $15 free shipping. Casey's branded. I expected them to be better. They just weren't. This Maserati was the best of the bunch. Missing the back bumper, but otherwise pretty nice. Again, Aurora model, motor modeling, Thunderjet 500 is really good. This one sold for $45 free shipping, and all of these sold within a few hours of being listed. So they are good, sought after, and valuable if you can pick them up anything remotely reasonably. This is a modern screen printed tag Journey, small, no back hit on this, so it's just, I paid like $2 on Whatnot for it, but it was billed as a vintage tour shirt, and there's no back hit, so it's not a tour shirt, and it's screen printed tag, so it's not vintage. And I have given up on buying on Whatnot. I deleted the app from my phone. There are good sellers on there, but they're so few and far between. And then, to be honest with you, it is addictive buying. So I had to like pump the brakes on buying a bunch of stuff, because you can source the stuff sitting in your living room and it's super easy, but it can get out of hand pretty quick. So I don't buy on Whatnot anymore. Let's move on. Okay, so these shoes, Alden, these are tassel shoes. They are pretty beat. So I went ahead and sold them cheap because I wanted them to move quickly. I paid $6 for them just the other day. I knew when I picked them up, they weren't as desirable as the Aldens that I've sold for $300. But if you're not familiar with the brand Alden, you need to be familiar with the brand Alden men's dress shoes. When you pick up men's dress shoes, like, they have a hard bottom, leather soles, and they're firmer leather. I can tell after a while of doing this that what a good men's dress shoe is from across the aisle. Alden brand, I don't know if I can make you see that or not. But these sold for $30 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $40. Buyers all in at $100. $40 is going to get them to Glendale Heights, and then they're going to Tokyo. But those shoes sold super fast, and $5 into $30 on a pair of shoes is good if they're like generic Nikes. But Alden, I was hoping to do better, but I knew those weren't as desirable as as like an ankle boot. They're tassel loafers, and they're not in great shape. So I listed them realistically and then took an offer quickly. What else this was 50. There was a bunch of these Wisconsin Badger jackets and stuff, and they at Goodwill, and they had them marked way up for like $8 and $10 a piece. Well, they were all still sitting there long enough to become 50% off. So I think I paid $4 for this. And it sold relatively quickly, especially considering we're in late spring heading into summer. A light jacket is not something everybody needs. Sold for $13 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $18. These men's Converse that I did the fire trick on the strings, I paid $4 for. They're in pretty good shape. They sold for $20 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $32. They're size 12, I think, which is pretty unusual, fairly large. So this just sold, picked it up for like $4, sold for $18, free shipping. It's an Olympus lens. I just did some comps on these. I was saying what now I believe is the serial number, trying to figure these out, but I did comps. Some of these lenses sold for big money real quick, so we'll get into those in just a minute. But that this one just sold, happened to have it in my hand, putting it in a box. The other Alden shoes that I bought for $6.99, these are Cape Cod variety. Again, not great shape, just the soles are a little worn out on them. They're in pretty good shape on the top. Sold for $62.99, which was a touch under market, but they sold really, really fast. Alden is a really high-end name brand of shoes, and I've found it 3 times this year. And the one sold for $300, one sold for $60, and one sold for $30, and they all sold within a couple of days. Nice leather soles, leather tops, good quality men's dress shoes. Forgot to show you this Department 56 house. Paid $6 for it. It's been listed like a week, and it sold for $35, free shipping. And then these Goosebumps books that we picked up for 50 cents each. This is the first cover, first series. So these are all first prints, but then they're first editions, fourth prints. And I'll show you how to determine that. And somebody messaged me because they told me I wasn't supposed to call them first editions, even though they say first edition right there. But they are fourth prints. They're not first edition first prints. They're first edition fourth prints. All of them are. Paid 50 cents. They sold for $11.40 plus shipping. Lakers shirt. It's a printed tag, but it's a cool vintage retro print. Sold for $16.40. I know I got it at Goodwill. I probably paid $4 for it. Free shipping, so I didn't make a ton of money, but it flipped. With the success of California Raisins, all kinds of people were trying to get on that bandwagon. Tang made these lips, and like Domino's made the Noid, and the Noid did well. These didn't do as well for Tang, but I picked these up in a toy lot I was buying for other stuff. These sold for $6 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $12. I sold these shoes and the buyer never paid, probably more than a year ago, and for whatever reason I left them in the box. Asics, I don't pick up Asics anymore. So these have been boxed and ready to go for a year. They sold for $16 plus shipping. I've had them forever. I don't pick up Asics anymore. Pretty sure I messed up on filming these two. So this hat, I got a bunch of them dead stock for $2.99. It sold for $10. I've sold one for $12.99. That's the price. I took a best offer. And then model motoring, I have the thing that you plug into the track to electrify the whole thing, the transformer, I guess. It sold for $15, free shipping. They're not worth a lot, but somebody that needs to complete it or needs an extra one for whatever reason, that's they do sell. That one sold. I mean, all of this slot car stuff I bought a week and a half ago, and it took me 7 days to get to listing it. So it's probably been, none of it's been listed for more than 4 or 5 days. The book, the manual out of those slot cars sold for $11.49. Again, not huge money, quick flip. It was part of the set. I might as well list it as opposed to throw it away. I don't genuinely actually, I don't do this, but I had the thought I should take this shirt down and hang on to it for a year until the new movie comes out, because it'll probably double in value. And then a couple hours later, it sold for $14 plus shipping. It's a really cool shirt. If it fit me, I'd have kept it. Is what it is. Milborns. It's a game that I always pick up. The only thing is you have to count the cards. There's supposed to be 112 cards, I think. Had Judah count them. First time he didn't get there. Second time he did. So I'm like, count them again. Third time's the charm. All the cards are there. I paid $1. It sold in a couple of days for $17.99 free shipping. These are hats that I got in a huge lot of hats. Peoria Chiefs, minor league hats, stadium giveaways. Sold for $12.99 plus shipping for the pair. This I picked up at Goodwill. It's not vintage, but it's a cool shirt. It has Bite Me and a rattlesnake on it and the name of Cortalis. I don't know what that is.
Crotalus.
If I keep rambling, this video is going to be an hour long. We got more camera lenses. I think we're about to bring this in for a landing there, folks. Handful more things. I can't find this brush. I got it in a flat with a bunch of stuff for at auction, so I don't consider myself having much in it. It sold for $11. Free shipping. It's like a vintage horse brush made in Brazil, I think. Yep. Christian Dior is a fashion house. This is not cashmere, I don't think. Picked this up for $3 at an estate sale and 100% cotton. But Christian Dior, like classic sweaters like this, do well. I picked it up for $3. There were like 3 or 4 of them. The other one sold much faster than this one. This one sold for $25 plus shipping. Harry Potter again, first edition Harry Potter Goblet of Fire, and then you turn in here and this is the first American printing, and it has the 00, so that's the first print, first edition. And it doesn't make it hugely more valuable, but I tend to sell them faster. $12.99. These lenses, I have to be careful because they look exactly the same. One of them has no cover, no name on the cover, and the other one has the silver Nikon on the cover. The one with no cover at all, I listed for, or no name on the cover, I listed for $99 or best offer. Took a $75 offer. It was listed for about 8 minutes and it sold, but it seemed to comp super duper high. But if you look at the lens, it like, you'll never be able to see it. There are scuffs on this inside back lens. And so I'm like, I don't want to list it crazy high and have somebody get it and it's damaged. So I listed it there and it sold, and I took an offer, but I was making money yesterday because this one I listed and it sold in about 15 minutes for $39. And I don't know anything about these camera lenses. I just know enough to look them up and make sure that everything says the same thing as the other sold comps. And then I list them and they sell. This Olympus camera, I paid, like, it's in a video just recently. I paid only a handful of dollars for it. Maybe $7, I think, might have been what I paid for it. I listed it for $250. I immediately got a $160 offer, and I was like, I'm going to sit on it a minute. If an offer's coming in that quick, I bet I get a better offer. A $230 offer, and I was like, sat on that one for just a minute. I was like, I think I'm going to take that. That's good enough. Let's rock and roll. And as I went to click accept, it sold for full price. And so all I did was click it through here, click there. It advances. You can hear the shutter moving. That's all I can do. I'm not developing pictures with it. This has sold comps. What on earth just happened to my... This has sold comps as high like $500. But those were from camera shops that know what they're looking at. And so I sold mine for $250, buyers all in at $270. And that's the whole kit and caboodle. That's finally it, I think. I got a bunch of stuff that... the waffle maker that I picked up for 11 bucks. I don't think I talked about that. It sold for 99 in a day. The listed comps were 125, so I listed mine for 99 free shipping. I paid $11 for it. It sold in a day. That's it. Hopefully this video is not an hour long. Thanks for liking, watching, commenting, subscribing, saying hi to Evelyn, commenting about things, telling me that I'm having triplets, even though now I know for sure it's only one baby. Yeah. I'm going to go package the rest of this stuff and get it out. Thanks for watching, guys.